Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and volleyball fans, nation and worldwide in some cases. We're here in Las Vegas, Nevada, right down the street from the MGM Grand at UNLV inside the Rec and Wellness Center. And I'm here with Dalton Ammerman for NVA Pro Volleyball Showcase Quarterfinal number 2, featuring Team Pineapple representing Angola, Indiana, against Blizzard from SoCal in Lake Forest, California. Dalton Ammerman and I are here to break down the action as it unfolds in our great volleyball showcase weekend. Let's say hi to Dalton Ammerman, who's been with me all weekend so far, and we've been having a great time. Talk about what you've been seeing.
I'll tell you what, we're already on day 2 of this tournament, and the action has been unbelievable. I mean, the talent level in this tournament is very high. You're not going to find a much higher volleyball level than what we have right here, in Vegas. These two teams that are matched up, Blizzard and Pineapple, are probably 2 of the top teams in this tournament, so we might be looking for another 5-set battle here. Loy Ball leading Team Pineapple, 4-time Olympian. Also with Marcus Nielsen at the opposite, the Swedish Beast hailing from the East.
Swedish Beast hailing from the East.
Then Blizzard, wow. And then the Blizzard, we got David Lee and Russell Holmes and Paul Lotman, all former national team members, leading the charge for Blizzard, trying to get this quarterfinal win so they can make that semifinal match tomorrow.
That's good stuff, Dalton. You're throwing in the alliteration there. The beast, the Swedish Beast from the East. And while we're on it, I want to say hi to Greg Petty for calling Dalton Ammerman the player of the galaxy. Gotta love that. It's been a good time here. We've been seeing some great volleyball. Just want to add on that we've been here. This is day number 2, and we've seen some incredible play. Hopefully you've caught some of the matches if you're able to, if you called in sick yesterday or are able to have your LCD or mobile device in front of you during the day. But we caught some good stuff, and it continues today. We have 2 5-setters and an utter display of domination by Academy United in a 3-set sweep in our last quarterfinal match, which was a shocker because the team they played, lights out, had been playing really well. They got a couple big blockers and some big hitters, but Academy United, anything that's thrown at them, they just chewed it up, spit it out, and added 5 points to it. So it was some good stuff, and we got another good one here, as Dalton was saying. You know, we forgot to mention, Loy Ball is only a 4-time Olympian, 1-time gold medalist. He's the other national team member that's on the other side of the court from Blizzard. But we're going to get our match introductions and go into the national anthem. So we'll pause for a moment while the national anthem is playing. But any other thoughts before we get going here, Dalton?
Oh, no, I just, make sure you're looking out from the opposite attack from Marcus Nielsen for Team Pineapple today. And then also our guy, K.O. in the middle for Pineapple. He has been an absolute unstoppable force in this tournament so far. And I expect Loy Ball to be feeding a lot of balls into him.
Looks like we're going to be standing for the national anthem, so hold with us and you'll be hearing the national anthem being played. We'll be respecting our flag and standing high and proud.
Would you please stand and remove your hats as we honor America and our troops serving at home and around the world with the playing of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're here again at the UNLV Recreation and Wellness Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. We've got our pool brackets up, and this is how it stands. Academy United actually was undefeated in pool play, still listed at 2-1, should be 3-0. Team Pineapple with a 2-1 record. LVC 1-2, and Sizzle winless 0-3. Academy United just dominated through pool play. Group B, or Pool B, Icemen undefeated 3-0. Oh, we got big news from the Icemen here just in the last few moments. Rising Tide 2-1. Blizzard 1-2 with the right here on the other side of net. And Chicago Lights Out winless at 0-3. But don't get us wrong by any means. It has been phenomenal play. So, we're going to see even more action here tonight. For Team Blizzard, I feel like this is a match that they've been looking forward to. They didn't think it's going to happen this early on, but it's happening nonetheless.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you got high flyers like Scott Hartley and Johannes Brink out on the pins, but also, like we were talking about earlier, former national team members Paul Lotman, David Lee, and Russell Holmes, bringing a lot of experience and veteranship to this group of guys.
We're meeting our starters first from Team Pineapple. Coming off number 5, 6'8" middle block from Ball State, Matt Lesky. Also coming out, number 6, the 6'4" outside hitter from Mohawk College in Ontario, Canada, Jasmine Cole. Also an outside hitter sitting at 6'4" from IPFW, number 7, Yvonne Matos. Libro, biggest man on the court in my eyes, 5'8" Libro from IPFW, number 8, Luis Beltran. Also coming out, number 8 for Team Pineapple. Correction, number 9, Kevin Owens. And at opposite, number 11, international star, Marcus Nielsen at opposite. To be followed up by team captain, team leader, and pretty much big-time stud for Team Pineapple, 6'8" setter, also from IPFW, number 1, Loy Ball. And now we're going to meet the starters for Blizzard. First out, a 6'5" setter from Stanford, number 1, Cole Fears. And a 6'7" outside from Long Beach State, former national team member, number 6, Paul Lotman. A 6-foot libero, also a fellow 49er. That is Kirk Francis, wearing number 10. And a 6'8" middle from Fountain Valley, California, and Brigham Young University, number 12, Russell Holmes. And a 6'8" opposite from Cal Baptist in Norco, California, number 30, Johannes Brink. A 6'5" outside from Hawaii, number 43, Scott Hartley. And last but not least, a 6'8" middle blocker from Long Beach State, representing Alpine, California. Played professionally in Brazil, China, and Russia. The lucky number 7, David Lee. Dalton Ammerman. What do you think of the lineups here tonight?
I'll tell you what, these two teams couldn't be more stacked. If you're looking at Team's Pineapple bench, they have a lot of guys who have a lot of European professional experience and national team experience on and off the court. Then going over to Blizzard, I think this is the first time that they're actually going to have their first full starting lineup. So I think they're very excited to start playing this match.
Yeah, definitely. Actually getting some comments on the YouTube feed. We're going to try our best to interact. We've got to watch the play and watch the feed. Jasmine, catch your comment there. You thought this would be the final, so did we. But Academy United had different plans. They pulled a huge upset of Team Pineapple last night, and we were all in shock. But after watching Taylor Crabb and Riley McKibben play, along with the other beasts on Academy United, they are the team to beat. Basically, one of these teams will end up playing them because, well, actually, there's one other potential team that you got to watch. It's Rising Tide from Chesapeake in Washington, D.C. That basically has a bunch of former UCSB Gauchos on that team, and they pack a punch. Let's just say they are a smaller team, but they're athletic and they execute. So, this Blizzard Pineapple matchup in the final, yeah, we thought it was going to happen too, but only one of these teams has the opportunity to go now. So, but that's what makes this all great. We're seeing great volleyball here in the Rec Center. And Loy Ball starts off with service. Good pass by Hartley. Fierce sets the middle. Holmes the first attack. Bumps that save by ball outside. Banging cross court, and I think Team Pineapple's on fire already. That is Jasmine Cole with a cross court blast. 1-0 for Team Pineapple. Yeah, I think these guys are totally fired up for this match.
Yeah, without a doubt. This is going to be a battle.
Kirk Francis passes a gem. Big block the outside. Nielsen playing middle on that play. Ball's tipped out of play. Nielsen and our boy KO double stuff Lotman. Lotman took it off the head, and it went out of play over here on the down ball attack. 2-0. Ball with a big jump serve off of Francis, who's been pretty good during this tournament. Swinging away, Johannes Brink with a backside blast. One looking at two. That's Devon Matos on the screen right there. He's had a really good weekend of play so far. He had a great match against Riley McKibben last night. They're going toe-to-toe, jabbering and playing. Russ Holmes serves it into the net, giving Pineapple a 3-1 lead. Winner of this match advances into our semifinal. Going back to serve for Team Pineapple, Jasmine Cole. Russ Holmes attack in the middle. Bertrand with a save on the dive. Marcus Nielsen dug by Hartley, but it goes off the basketball standard right above him. And it's 4-1. This Team Pineapple team has dialed it to 11.
I mean, they're just coming out on fire. Yesterday it started off a little bit slower, but I think Lloyd prepped his team to make sure that they're ready from the start on this one.
Well, they have a financial incentive to chase, and that's that 50 grand prize pot. That's always a good incentive.
A lot of money on the line for this one, which usually builds up the incentive for these guys to play a little bit harder maybe than normal.
Exactly. Paul Lotman off the outside block also covers some gambling habits here in Vegas.
Maybe go ahead and test your luck on the tables. I hope you have more luck than I did last night.
Big double trouble, but it goes out of play. David Lee excited to get the block. This is the first time he's played since he's been here for Blizzard. They haven't really had a need for him, so they decided to save him for this match.
I'm excited to see the middle attack from Blizzard in this match. If they can keep their passing in system, I think they're going to be feeding Russell Holmes and David Lee quite a bit.
All right, Yasmin, my bad. I saw your comment on there. I will call you Yasmin if I do address you on the feed. Going back to service, Paul Lotman, former Long Beach State All-American, actually the player of the year. Jump serve misses wide as he takes out one of the help. Yeah, one of the ball girls didn't expect that ball to come that way. Check for a pulse on that one. 6-3, Marcus Nielsen back to serve. Nielsen comes over from the national team of Sweden to play. Whoa, look at that. Francis taking the bullet off of Nielsen. Okay, I don't think I've seen Nielsen hit the ball that hard on a serve yet.
Yeah, I think he's going to turn it up for this match to ensure that they get into the semis.
Wow, he saved it for this one.
Just bouncing off of Kirk.
Even Omar Rivera is giving us a nod like, whoa, where did that come from? And that's one of his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, basically Kirk just has to fight that one off.
Yeah, it's all about Jasmine. Jasmine Cole. There we go. We got the correction online. Well, I better tell the public address announcer, Mark Sherman, the same thing as well. That's funny. He hasn't told us anything about the mispronunciation of his name.
Yeah.
I don't know. I meant to call you out. Are you legit? Do you really know him? We're in a timeout taken by Blizzard. Coach John Shea not liking the deficit that Blizzard's in right now.
Yeah,
go for it.
Yeah, Pineapple coming out really hot at the start of this match. I think Blizzard maybe shaking up a little bit. They got a couple young guys who maybe haven't played at this type of level before, because I mean, when you got so many former national team players on the court and Swedish star Marcus Nielsen, it's pretty intense out there, man.
Nielsen with another jump serve. Look out below. Hartley, good pass. And look at D. Lee. Dang, I felt that ball bounce over here. David Lee. How much you think he benches?
Making a statement coming in the first match of the game.
Oh, gosh.
Look to see a lot more of that tonight.
Yeah. Well, they got to get that pass, and with the way Nielsen was serving, you're not going to pass the ball that well too often.
Right.
What do we got going here? We got we're doing a replay of some kind. 4 looking at 7. David Lee back serve. David Lee, one of the toughest serves on the men's national team. Watch this this hybrid, or is it a hybrid spit? Just a hybrid, but it has so much movement it drops. Look at that, Matt Leske, the former Ball State Cardinal, almost takes out Loy Ball, chest bumping him. As we go into our first technical timeout with Pineapple leading 8-4. All right, tell me what we're seeing out there, Dalton.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm really excited to watch this middle matchup tonight because you got Leske and Owens both coming in from Pineapple, and then 2 former national team members, David Lee and Russell Holmes. I'm really interested to see how Leske and Owens match up against these guys, and it looks like they're holding their own so far.
Yeah, so far. And Blake Dybel saying that D. Lee only plays in sleeveless jerseys. Let's ask Dalton Averman the question. Is that true? These Long Beach State guys like to show off their bods, so...
I mean, I don't know. As of late, the sleeveless thing has been in style, I guess, so maybe that is true.
Well, D. Lee's got the guns to show off, so why not?
That's right. That's right.
And plus, it boosts your Instagram followers by at least 10,000 when you show a gun
show
like
them
that.
if you got them, man.
It's 8 serving to 4, and Pineapple coming out fired up, and that's the one difference that I'm seeing. In the earlier match I had today, they came out really flat. Even last night against Academy United, they were kind of flat, but they came out ready to roll.
Yeah, Loy Ball going on an early run, and Marcus Nielsen going on a run after that, ripping off a couple aces. Looking from the same here from Matos. Let's see what he's got to bring from the service line.
Ivan Matos weighing in number 7. Soft jumps her, but Francis gets a bad pass off it. Johannes Brink rolls it, dug by Nielsen. Ball sets high out to, Yasmin Cole. Oh gosh, got to call the therapist after getting denied like that. That was Russ Holmes and Johannes Brink. That's a big block out there. 5 serving to 8. Set to Nielsen. Nielsen hits into the net, surprisingly. Hartley was kind of shocked that I think Hartley was looking up instead of at the net. So it hit him near his waist when the net extended when the ball hit.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic like of Nielsen. Maybe Loy goes to repeat to him here.
Oh,
and he goes
calls
back.
it. Nielsen, it looked like there's a little mistiming, but he still put it away. Can you break down what happened over there, Dalton?
Yeah, it looked like maybe the set was a little low. I mean, Nielsen is a big, strong guy and jumps really high, so maybe he just needs to get that ball up higher. But Nielsen, being a smart player that he is, just keeping that ball in play and tapping it over and ends up getting the kill anyways.
Dalton, you're all about the alliteration tonight. Big, strong guy who likes to fly. My goodness.
Right, man.
You're going to become a poet soon. Scott Hartley with a big swing, but he hits it. Oh, wait, they got a little touch. Looks like he got it off of Loy Ball. 7 looked at 9. Hartley going back to serve. The former Rainbow Warrior, or so we like to call the Bows. Stands at 6'5" from Encinitas, California. Jump serve into the net, and that's not how you get on your coach's good side. Serving into the net. 10 serving 7. Loy Ball stepping back to serve.
Loy Ball serve 10-7.
You know, they say that Loy is older, but he has got some serious game. You know, big, bad blast by Johannes Brink.
Very nice swing. Yeah, we were talking to Loy before this tournament. Despite of how excited he is, he said he's been training probably harder than he ever has to make sure he's in good shape for this.
Yeah. Well, he still trains. You can tell he's in the weight room, and I believe he probably trains with his assistant coach, Will Robbins, on the bench. And he's a yoked dude. Marcus Nielsen bounces off the end line. Oh, wow, the referee has overruled the lines official's call. I know it could be conspiracy. You know, the Russian mafia here in Vegas, they called that one in.
David Lee saying there was no chance.
David Lee is like, he's got such a focused look tonight. He's wanting this one Russ Holmes with a tough serve. Ivan Matos passes it way off. Roll shot, Yasmin Cole. And knocking at the right side is Johannes Brink as it goes long. He's looking for a touch, but that is nowhere near any kind of block.
Yeah, great up there by Fears. Coming in for that tip, and then nice bump set by Russell Holmes. Unfortunately, the opposite wasn't able to convert on that point.
That ball by Johannes Brink, I mean, there's no one near it. And he hit it wide or long. Pass by Kirk Francis Libro, high ball set. Lotman has to go through three. I think it went between Matos and KO, Kevin Olsen. Nielsen kind of shocked. Wait, we had three on this dude. Yeah, that was Paul Lotman has shown that he's definitely a quick ball hitter, and he had to hit that high ball in the broken play. Cole with a pass, and Nielsen with a put away. Like clockwork. It almost seems like Nielsen is better hitting out of the back row. Because at least you take away some of the area that he can.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Kevin Owens going back to serve. Owens stands at 6'9", a former Ball State Cardinal. Goes cross court to Hartley. Fears sets out to Brink, who hits it off of Nielsen and Lesky. Greg Petty, I like what you said, D. Lee, the original trash talker. I don't know if you were here and saw Connor Eaton and Taylor Crabb going at it in the previous match. It was definitely one for a lot of laughs.
Yeah, they were exchanging words through the net during the middle of a play.
Ivan Matos unloads, but D. Lee says, no gracias.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's something that you do not want to do is hit low wrist away against David Lee when he's in the middle blocking position.
12 serving at 12. That was Johannes Brink dialing in with the assist. Are they trying to pull a screen over there, over on the libero over there? Look at the way they're standing. Hartley, Brink, and Lee. They are. They're trying to pull a screen.
Yeah, for sure.
Paul Lotman, Bertrand with the pass off the net. Nielsen is blocked, and Hartley, the youngster from Hawaii, he's going to journal that so he remembers it the rest of his life. I blocked Nielsen. Look at this block by Scotty Hartley.
System pass. Lloyd gets a high ball out. Hartley sets up a really nice bookend block out there all the way to the antenna.
Book and block. I love it. 13 serving to 12. And that's why it's color commentary. Jump serve by Lotman's a tough one. It's going over the net. Francis steps in. Fears back to Brink. And he knocks it by Matos and Lesky. 14 serving to 12. And not quite sure. Oh, we got another play going up here.
If you watch here, you got the overpass. Kirk Francis cleans this up, and David Lee brings the middle over, leaving Johannes Brink with a one-on-one opportunity.
Good call. Now I'm curious why Cole Fears, setter for Blizzard, isn't trying to get the ball to his middles, because the passing has been there.
That's right. I mean, if I had those guys, I think I'd probably set them as much as I possibly could.
Good pass by Matos. Ball going up, and Lesky's blocked. Nielsen takes a swing. Dug middle back by Lotman. Ball has to pass the ball, and Bertrand has to take the set. Nielsen swings again. Francis gets the ball. Set over by Brink. Stepping in is Yasmin Cole, and Nielsen brings the thunder from Sweden.
Really
I
nice.
thought Thor was a Norse god. He's
Really
not
nice,
Swedish.
Yeah, really nice defense by the Blizzard crew here. But on the third attempt, Nielsen finally had enough and just bangs that ball low cross court.
That was a wicked angle. You know, in mathematics, that's known as an acute angle.
Acute angle, yeah.
It's not a cute one, acute. Nielsen going back to serve. Southpaw Swede with a little thunder right at Francis. Fears out to Hartley. Hartley swings hard and high. He'll journal that one too. Hey man, I hit that one by Lloyd Ball.
Somehow going up and over the top of Lloyd Ball, if you can believe that.
15 serve, now 13. David Lee going back to serve. Good to see David Lee playing again. I guess he's semi-retired. Bertrand on the backside to Nielsen. Nielsen unloads. Lottman with a great dig. Fears out to Hartley. Hartley rolls off the block. Nielsen gets a paw on it. Bumps that save by Cole, but it goes into the second row of our fans. And we go into our second technical timeout with Blizzard leading 16-13. I agree with you, Yasmin. Nielsen's southpaw is dangerous, coming in through the YouTube feed comments.
Yeah, seriously. So Blizzard starting off with a slow start, but now they're really battling back, coming up with some really big, strong blocks and some really solid digs from the middle back from Paul Lottman and also the libero Kirk Francis to give them a little momentum and kind of a little bit of an energy boost. When your teammates are getting digs, it fires you up a little bit to show them that they're really working hard to give you guys a chance to win that point.
Well, you got to figure they've got 3 national team members on the court with them between D. Lee, Russell, and Lottman. So they're not going to let this one go easily at all. And it's the first time that D. Lee and Russell have played together on the same court.
Without a doubt. When you have a middle blocking duo that's as strong as they are, I mean, that just brings a whole nother defensive level to your team because they're covering so much court. All you have to do is set up around it. And you're going to be pretty successful when you're digging the ball.
Yep. Well, you know, I'm curious what kind of chatter is going on across the net because even in our press conference and our pre-tournament interviews, both D. Lee and Lloyd Ball said, we're going to bring our A game when it comes to trash talking.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So we should have mic'd them all up. 16-13 out of the second technical timeout. D. Lee with a jump float. Float's about 5 feet long. It looks like it could have gone longer, but the bottom dropped out late or at the far end of the court. Ivan Matos going back to serve for Team Pineapple. Matos stands at 6'4". He hits it long. And it's 17 serving to 14 with Johannes Brink back to serve. Yep, Alexis West. We're happy to see D. Lee playing as well. Ball set high to the outside to Cole. And it's 15, looking at 17.
To the front row goes Kevin Owen.
Looking for our server, Matt Lesky, one of the other Ball State Cardinals on the court, 14 Pineapple. Great representation here by Midwestern or the MIVA players. Or is it MIVA, potato thing again?
I think so.
People get mad and I say it wrong. Russ Holmes, I think he eats raw meat with that kind of blast.
Not another vegan athlete?
Yes.
Plant-based foods?
No offense, Dustin one.
I'm sure I'll definitely be hearing about this from Dustin Wadden later.
Great serve by Hartley, and it ends up turning into an ace. As Blizzard goes up 19-15 here in set number 1.
Hartley with a nice serve in the seam there, making the two passers kind of unsure of whose ball that is.
Yep.
That's why communication is so important in serve receive.
Hartley stands out 6'5" from Encinitas, California. Played for the University of Hawaii. Ball's passed by Cole. Bick to Matos and Russell Holmes.
So Holmes with a nice second move there on that Bick.
Yep. You know, it's great to hit the Bick, but it's almost even more fun to see the Bick being blocked because it means the middle didn't bite on the quick attack.
Exactly. You know, Matos has to have a little bit more range there and either hit that ball into 5 or 1 because the blocker like Russell Holmes, he's going to be able to tap up and just get low and over. And if you're hitting right into him, you're not going to be able to get past it.
Yep. Well, you know that range hitting area 5 or area 1 or just go over.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing is some of the players are realizing with the experienced block by Blizzard, if they're tipping in area 4 and area 2 is the other option.
That's right. That's right. That's why we talked about earlier, there's a million ways to kill a ball, Rob. Don't always have to overpower it.
That's right. I'm a lover, not a fighter, so I'm going to give you a gentle touch. 20 serving to 15. Scott Hartley going back to serve for Blizzard. Up. Hartley taking time on the toss for the jump serve. Ball's passed by Matos. That's high off the net. Loy ball has to set it high outside to Cole. Francis with the hand set. Hartley on the big attack. And looks like it's a runner into the net, and it's point going to Team Pineapple. 16 serving to 20. Loy ball stands at 6'8". Jump serve pass by Kirk Francis. Set by Fears. Lotman with a high line tip. There's like a big celebration on the Pineapple side. That's an important point for them, apparently. They're just inching their way, chipping away into the Blizzard lead at 17 to 20. There's so much excitement between these two teams going together. You can just tell in the press conference it's going to be a special one. So hopefully you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. Paul Lotman off the outside block. Unfortunately, a souvenir that hit one of the fans off the head.
That's right, Paul Lotman rising up, using and abusing
yes.
the beast from Sweden.
The beast from Sweden. Jump serve, or actually jump float. Goes into the net. Russ Holmes not having a good time with his serve tonight. 18 serving to 21. Jasmine Cole back to serve for Pineapple cross court. Did he grab the line on that one?
No, I believe they're calling out a rotation on Johannes Brink. He said he's leaving his area too soon. Getting a little too excited.
They need to put him in the sin bin. Oh, that's hockey. Johannes Brink, I guess he has doubt in his quick feet. Shifting over to his spot. 19 looking at 21. Cole jumps it. Pass by Hartley. Fears in the middle to D. Lee. Dug by Ball, who gets a horizontal. Nielsen attack off the block. Dug by Francis off the block. Brink has to roll it. Dug by Ball again. Set by Cole. Right side to Nielsen. Nielsen going cross country. Pops in the corner. 20 looking at 21. John Shea, coach for Blizzard, takes his timeout.
Some nice defense by Loy Ball there with a couple digs. And then Marcus Nielsen just going on this high ball up and over the block down in front of middle back, making it a really tough ball to defend.
Yeah, Marcus Nielsen is definitely the beast from Sweden. And, I mean, he is such a strong attacker. That left arm swing, you know, every time he hits the ball, there's a good sound that comes off of it. It's like an RPG going off.
Yeah, that's.
But here we're in the Blizzard timeout with John Shea trying to get his team dialed in and focused. Over there, got the backup setter for tonight's match, Omar Rivera. Played a good match earlier today. It's 20 serving at 21, and Team Pineapple making a really decent run right here. They were down 21-16.
Yeah, if they can stay in system here, you definitely see them going to David Lee, but I mean, you have two former national team players in your front row right now. I think either one is a solid option.
Jump serve is a tough one to Lotman. Lotman gets it up. Lotman tips. And Loy Ball was trying to get Cole to get underneath that ball because Ball had a chance to actually dig it. He was there. But because of where he was location-wise, it's like, well, I need to get up to set the ball. So he thought that for sure someone would be there to cover that. Bertrand with a pass in the net. Look at that. Cross-body crush by Lesky. Oh, I think
that was KO.
That was KO?
That was our boy KO right there.
Oh, I'm not giving love to KO. That's not right. I'm going to put myself in the sin bin. 21 serving at 22, and who's coming in? All MVP, at least for Dalton and I, Sean Dryden.
That's right. The past couple of matches that he's played in, he's come in and actually played front row as an outside hitter. It should be interesting to see how long it takes Pineapple to bring him in as a left side for this match.
He just missed a sideline on that jump serve. We got a substitution. Back in is Kevin Owens. Leaving is Sean Dryden. 23 serving at 21 as Paul Lotman steps back to serve. Lotman bombs, and it's passed by Bertrand. Outside set by Ball to Matos. And he rocks it down the line, and it's called wide.
Point the Blizzard, it's
Pineapple looking for a touch there. I thought I saw a touch on Brink, but
Yeah. Well,
maybe
we
I'm
have a
wrong.
set point for Blizzard now on the unforced error. And that's Paul Lottman served up for Blizzard. Look at that pancake up and then right to Nielsen. Nielsen rolls it, dug to the right side. Lottman sets high out to Hartley. Hartley off the block as he closes set number 1 with a 25-21 victory, with Blizzard leading 1-0 in our best of 5 quarterfinal matchup. Good play on both sides of the court here.
yeah, like we were talking about earlier, Blizzard just had a slow start, but once they got rolling, there's an offensive threat from all their attackers.
Yep.
From the front row and the back row. Johannes Brink and Scott Hartley bring a lot of firepower. And then the middles from Pineapple are forced to stay and respect David Lee and Russell Holmes because of the threat that they pose in the middle attack.
That is right, yeah. One of the comments I see in here, I'm looking on the feed, is Loy playing some amazing D by Tom Crasian. He is playing amazing D. He is so fiery on the court. He is definitely the court leader, and it's good to see him out here on the court. In most cases, we would never get to see this kind of action live because of the leagues in the other countries. We have nothing here.
That's right. That's what's so special about this NVA Showcase. It's the possibility of the future of a professional league to give American players the chance to play professional volleyball here in the United States at a very high level.
Well, it's as far as for Pineapple, what do you think Coach Billy Robbins is telling his guys?
I think they're fine. They just made a couple unforced errors and didn't capitalize on some defensive plays that they had. So I think they're definitely going to keep feeding the Swedish beast, Marcus Nielsen. He's been very successful so far in that first set. And then I think they just need to focus on passing more and get that ball control under control.
Scotty Hartley, Johannes Brink, and Paul Lottman.
Well, you're right about that. But the thing is that we're seeing from the stat sheets that Cole Fears really is favoring setting Johannes Brink instead of going to Paul Lottman. I think a lot of that has to do with the timing issue they're having, since Paul is used to a faster set. And Fears isn't experienced enough to set a faster system like what USA runs.
Yeah, I think that's why we're seeing a lot of power tips coming from Paul in that first set. But he's still having a lot of success with 6 kills and still hitting at 67% efficiency. And then Johannes Brink has 8 kills and still hitting at 500. Then over on Team Pineapple, you got Jasmine Cole with 5 kills, hitting at 400. And then Marcus Nielsen already with 13 kills and 38%.
I guess we like to feed the Swede, right? I'm trying my best attempt at a alliteration, Dalton Emmerman style. Feed the Swede.
That's right, man. That's right. Keep it up.
Yeah, there's some good ball being played here. We've got Blizzard switching over to our side of the broadcast booth. We had Pineapple in front of us earlier. We're here in set number 2 with Blizzard leading after they took the first set 25-21, which is a really competitive set. And you can just tell, you look at Loy Ball's face on the feed there, he's all fired up. He wants this one.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's going to be tough because Holmes and David Lee are putting up a formidable block against this Pineapple offense. But I expect to see a huge fight coming back from them in this second set.
Now, it's not a bad thing when you got Marcus Nielsen playing opposite of you. So you have a 6'8" setter in Loy Ball, then you have a 6'9" Marcus Nielsen playing opposite. All the other guys have to do is get their numbers, do what they're responsible for, and Nielsen will get hot. He'll take care of his own. Loy will take the lead. Get in the backpack. He'll carry you. Just do what you need to do.
That's right. Take care of your job and don't worry about anything else. Let Nielsen take care of the rest. And Loy Ball, of course. I'm sure we'll see some offense coming from his way here pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll see how. The only one that's experienced enough to actually handle that would be Paul Lottman. So where they're at in the dial as far as start, they're going to see Loy for only 1 rotation. Look at that breakdown, huh? Hartley with a jump serve pass by Matos. Good on the net. Ball sets Nielsen. No surprise there. And it rolls off the net. Saved. Swinging away is Lottman off the block of ball. Saved middle back by Matos. And it unfortunately goes off of all the scaffolding up top. Too bad this wasn't a higher venue because that ball would still be going. 1-0. Hartley stands at 6'5", the former Rainbow Warrior. Jumps her pass by Matos. The ball back to Nielsen. And that was like a lightning strike. A big cross-court blast.
Serving at 1-1.
Lotman and Holmes setting up a pretty nice block, but Nielsen still managing to hit past it pretty easily.
I
there.
just don't think you can get a better block than Lotman and Holmes had on that. And he still got it by. Fears outside of Lotman. Lotman unloads. Picked up by Bertrand off the scaffolding. Over goes Loy Ball. Francis underneath. Fears to Brink. Uh-oh. Yasmin Call says, someone's been watching some game tape.
Yeah, I thought Blizzard was going to be able to capitalize on that free ball from Pineapple, but Yasmin Cole makes a real nice low and over move and ends up stopping Johannes Brink on that D-ball.
Yes, I agree with you, Hartle V-ball, but what you said about the ceilings. I won't repeat it online, though. Oh, Russ Holmes.
Throwing that one back.
He's like, here, young buck, take this back.
Loy Ball trying to throw it in from off the net, but Russell Holmes stays disciplined and ends up getting low and over. Stopping KO. We have yet to see anyone stop KO until that block right there.
The lean, mean KO wearing pineapple green.
Leave it up to Russell Holmes.
2 serve and a 2. Holmes back to serve. Jump float. That's 3 missed serves from Holmes.
He's really got to start dialing it in here. These are crucial points, and especially with his float serve, they can go on some serious runs.
What happened? Did Dave Lee walk up to the net to talk something there? Jump serve into the net.
It's 3-3.
Service into the twine. We're tied at 3s, bringing Cole Fierce back to serve, the former Stanford Cardinal. Fierce with a southpaw floaty. Ball goes outside, and that's a... Matos tips it. They're calling outside the antenna, but they're going to keep playing. Marcus Nielsen blasted by the block of Lotman and Lee. Uh-oh, the lines official finally takes activity over here. There is a pulse on the lines official. He's going to call something over here.
Yeah, it looks like the head ref has already made up his mind on this call. I don't think he doesn't look like he's going to sway at all.
That's Hanson Leung. He is an international referee, has worked a ton of FIVB events, World League, World Championships, Norseka, you name it.
Only the best here at the NVA.
That's right. That's how we got you here, Dalton. Got Rottenstall as the R2.
And
we're waiting for the whistle, but apparently we should be getting some form of replay here.
Well served. Terribly. Here we go.
Looks like we're good to go. Going back to serves, our boy KO, the knockout blow, Kevin Owens. Hartley with a pass off the net. Paul Lotman handcuffed. He bump sets it to keep it in play. Matos.
From Ivan Matos.
It looked like Brink rolled it into the net, but Matos may have pulled the net down with him.
I think that might have just been more David Lee trying to sell the down ref on that call.
The best actor of 2017, David Lee. Johannes Brink gets rejected by Lesky and Nilsson. Time out Blizzard as they are now down 6-3 in our second set.
That tough serve getting Blizzard out of system, forcing them to put a high ball outside to Brink, and Nielsen sets up a real nice block and ends up shutting him down.
Oh, yeah. You know, Johannes Brink, you just kind of tell he just put a little extra in that one, and that extra came back with a little extra off the block.
Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty sure it came down harder than he hit it.
You know what, though? Although Nielsen had a great setup, you got to give to Lesky because he just penetrated, and that thing went straight down.
That's right. That's right. Great job by Lesky of closing that block and making sure that there was no seam.
Good stuff being thrown down here. 6 serving at 3, Pineapple. D. Lee is loud. Are you referring to his voice, the way he dresses? No. Oh, I love this, reading the comments on YouTube. Thanks for clicking in. Johannes Brink swings away again, and Could it be? Could it be that Nielsen and Lesky are in Johannes Brink's head?
Yeah, it looked like Johannes was expecting maybe a little bit faster set. Either that or needs to wait a little bit longer on his approach. He came in and ended up hanging a little bit too long, hit that ball on his way down, forcing it to go out.
Our boy KO just served the ball long. 4 looking at 7. Paul Lottman back to serve. Long Beach State 49er. We've got 3 49ers on the court right now between Francis Lottman and D. Lee. Big blast on the jump serve. Overpass. D. Lee knocks it down, but the Libra Bertrand pops it up. Matos tries to tool the outside block, but D. Lee turns it in.
Bertrand with a great dig on that overpass swing from David Lee with a lot of heat, but he's not able to keep it on their side, giving the Blizzard another chance to score.
That's a great block by D. Lee and Johannes Brink at that outside pin on Ivan Matos. Matos turned back. It's like, where were you guys, man? Don't you got my back? Look at that. Ball's off the tape, picked up by Ball, set by Bertrand. Nielsen, dug by Lottman, up and over. Call with a pass on the overpass. Matos off of Lottman and down. Ivan Matos, El Mágico. That's Spanish for the Magic Man. But he's Puerto Rican, so it works in Puerto Rico, too.
It works, yeah, definitely.
We got a timeout on the court taken by Blizzard. Actually, we're in our first technical timeout with Blizzard up 8-5.
That's a real nice set in that last play by Loy Ball, seeing that David Lee commits in the middle, ends up getting that nice swing on the outside with a one-on-one and ends up converting for the kill.
Yeah, you know, the thing that I like seeing is, you know, because of that let rule, Loy Ball was alert enough to know to get to it, because that usually turns into what we call a dirty ace.
That's right, but Loy, being the veteran that he is and the 4-time Olympian, has probably seen that one too many times.
He's been to that circus, seen the show that many times, and knows how to react to it. We got a good crowd in here tonight and a good vibe watching professional volleyball in the USA. And it's a great honor and a privilege to be able to see this because, you know, I know a bunch of guys who would love to continue their volleyball careers, but there is no opportunity here in the United States. And they're solid, world-class players.
That's right, and right here in this showcase this weekend, you're not going to find a higher level amount of volleyball in the USA right now.
Yep. So Marcus Nielsen steps back to serve. Former Swedish national team member. The Southpaw Slaughterhouse. Jumps her, look at that. Francis gets it up, but it's high off the net. High ball to Hartley. Hartley tries to tool that huge block. Oh, Loy Ball.
We got a basic work day 9 to 5.
There's some talking going on there.
A smart move by Hartley, playing that ball off the block, giving his team a chance to cover for another offensive opportunity, but no one was ready to play it.
Yep. 9 serving 5. Nielsen back to serve. Bang. Hartley with a good pass. As good a pass so he can get off that ball. Hartley solo stuff. Oh, Matt Lesky. You know, they better check for survivors on that one. There's some damage done on that block.
That was an amazing move by Lesky right there, getting low and across the net.
10 serving to 5.
Leaving no room.
Yeah, it's like you hit right into a pad that was placed up against the net. Lottman passes the ball off the net from Nielsen. Hartley stutter steps, rolls over the block. Nielsen with a dig. Bertrand sets in front of Ball, and Matos knocks it inside the block. Matos yells across the net. Like he's going to instigate D. Lee in the trash talking game.
See Bertrand stealing that set from Loy Ball. I bet that doesn't happen too often.
Well, it's not like Ball can bench him. It's the only Libero they got in their team.
Very true.
11 serving to 5. Bertrand's doing phenomenal work here, though. Francis overpass. Lesky knocks it down, but it's dug by D. Lee. Oh, D. Lee stood back and took that ball. 12-5.
Marcus Nielsen just bombing service from that service line. And Kirk Francis having a tough time handling, and usually he's probably one of the better liberos in this tournament.
I'd say definitely top 3. Yeah, he just has been phenomenal of serve receive, and these Nielsen serves. He's like, thank you. Kirk Francis head like taking that breath.
Having a nice big sigh after that serve sailing out of bounds.
6 looking at 12. D lead going back to serve 14 Blizzard. Tough serve, it drops. Matos though with a good pass. Ball out to Matos, who hits it off the block of Brink and Holmes. Holmes taking responsibility. His hands are turned outward. Must have got there late.
Yeah, just reaching out to the hitter when he should be pressing back into the court, but of course he knows that.
Tom, I see your comment. Yes, it is tough to find a better libero than Luis. We like Luis here. Bertrand, jump serve into the net.
Bit of a miss hit, serve into the net. It's 7-13.
Yeah, it's a good crew here that Team Pineapple has. You got to just sit and chat a little bit with a bunch of team members, and they're just excited to play pro ball here. 7 serve to 12. Bertrand with a hand pass. Bump backs at the Nielsen. And Nielsen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Marcus Nielsen's been holding back up until this match.
Yeah,
because we're seeing stuff.
We saw some pretty special matches this morning and yesterday from this Pineapple team, but we kind of figure that Ball and Nielsen have some tricks up their sleeve that they're not willing to show until it's time to show up and play for the money.
Yep. Cole Fears will set middle to Holmes, but it's dug by Lesky, dumped over by Cole. Ball back sets to Nielsen. And looks like we've got a back row attacker violation called against Nielsen and Pineapple.
Pineapple point to Blizzard.
Oh, that was such an opportunity.
Lucky break for Team Blizzard right there.
Fears actually was he's like, oh gosh, he's just swinging it. He was caught flat-footed, standing right around the 10-foot line. He's just kind of putting his hands up. Did someone request a video challenge?
Boy, Bull trying to challenge that call.
Yeah, it's great, the video challenge, if we actually had a video challenge. Hartley with a jump serve into the net. 15 serving at 8. Quite a different tale from set number 1, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. I think after Blizzard fighting back and kind of surprising the Pineapple team in that first set, Pineapple raised their level of their play into a whole nother level, which we didn't really think was possible.
Yep.
And we make it.
We got an unforced error on the back row attack into the net as we go into our second technical timeout with Pineapple leading 16-8.
Yeah, Team Pineapple just bringing it from the service line, causing a lot of problems from Team Blizzard. Hardly getting any offensive opportunities, but when they are, they're making a few more unforced errors than they usually do. So they're going to need to get that ball in system and cut down the unforced errors if they're going to get back into this set.
How about this? Just keep Marcus Nielsen off the service line.
Yeah, good luck with that. That guy's back there dropping serves like he is. It's going to be tough to get him off there.
Well, they got what, 4 more rotations. He comes back, get all your points, and win the set before he gets back there. Because he has been. I mean, it is. I wish there's a way that we can show you our side view of the way the serves are like lasers going at Kirk Francis.
Yeah.
I just picture someone going over there, like Nielsen, aiming the ball at me, going, saying, I'm going to take you out. Like out of the shooting gallery, like in the video game Duck Hunt.
Oh, classic game.
Let's see. What we got here? Yasmin, too many errors by Blizzard this set. We agree. Yeah, unforced errors, always the destruction of our own team.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got some banter here. Fears sets high out to Lotman. They're looking for a touch. No touch. Oh, wait. Oh, looks like the R1 is overruling the no call by our lines official. You know that place up there where the official is a place of royalty. We're supposed to do everything they say.
There's a reason why they're on a stand elevated above everyone else, right?
That's right. Look at that. KO.
Coming back into the match with a forceful attack.
Yeah, we've grown fond of KO because it's just a lean, mean, fast jumper, super athletic, good side to side, and he bangs the ball like that. That's Kevin Owens, in case you're wondering. Kevin Owens KO. 17, 10 serving to 17. Cole Fears going back to serve.
The center out of Stanford, Cole Fears to serve.
Cole Fears from Palos Verdes, California. Southpaw. Cole. Oh my goodness. Marcus Nielsen just destroyed half the state of Nevada with that blast.
I mean, just a great back set. And I mean, even if you don't know what volleyball is, you cannot say that this is pure entertainment right here.
Someone had commented, I didn't see who, but they said, good job by Loy by recruiting Nielsen. Yes. Oh, he abuses the younger statesman, Brink. Oh, it says, hit me on his chest as Nielsen tips it off his outside hand and goes out of play. And looks like we're going to see Madison Hayden for the first time come on for Johannes Brink. Madison Hayden, another Stanford boy. So we've got quite a few Stanford guys represented out here.
That's right. Looks like Blizzard's going into four-man serve receive here. Change up the tactics.
Good pass by Hayden, outside right to him. And right away gets it off the block of Lesky and Nielsen. Madison Hayden went to Servite High School in Orange County. It's a private boys' school. Not really known for volleyball, so when he showed up in the Fab 50 by John Costi in Stanford, going, this guy must be really good if he shows up without a good high school program.
That's also Ryan Windish, a former teammate of mine, went to that same high school.
I did not know that.
That's right.
Loy ball picks it up off the net. Hand set by Bertrand. Nielsen unloads. And D. Lee with a little payback.
Scott Harley setting up a real nice block there, stopping inside, forcing Nielsen into the arms of David Lee, which is going to be a hard pair of arms to get past.
You know, some ladies would actually like to be forced into the arms of David Lee.
Oh my God. Nielsen, a little payback there.
Oh, Nielsen and Lesky.
Scott Harley just getting put in a phone booth by Nielsen and Lesky right there. He didn't have anywhere to go on that set.
You're going all 90s on me, referring to a phone booth. Who uses a phone booth? Having way too much fun over here.
Oh, NVA, let action define you.
Nielsen, he got to the service line.
And how many aces has this guy had this set so far?
Oh, my God. Oh, we're bringing Stephen Irvin in for Scott Hartley.
Trying to make a change, see if Stephen Irvin can bring some more ball control to the serve receive for Team Blizzard here.
That Coach John Shea trying to pull out anything to work right now. But this serve is just, yeah, you should register that weapon right there. Like Irvin with a good pass, though, to Fears. Irvin outside, and a little jump and thump. He had a one-on-one against Loy Ball, and Ball was just grabbing all line. He could only go angle.
Immediately making the change, and even though they're not setting David Lee as much as I thought they would, and think that they should be, they're still getting the one-on-ones because they have so much respect for David Lee and the pineapple block.
Yeah, yep. Oh, he got served into the net.
9-point lead with 3 to go here in set number 2 for Pineapple.
22 served to 13, and we're seeing Sean Dryden check in from IPFW. Dryden actually played in California for a little bit. He went to Pierce College. Jumps, off of Paul Lottman for the ace. That's a little guy with a blast on the ace.
I think that ball was probably going to sail to at least 10 feet out of bounds, but Paul Lottman can't get out of the way in time.
He's got a pretty awesome arm swing for, we call him a little guy, but he's bigger than me, I'll admit it. But, he's, of all the players that we've been seeing this weekend, we've been seeing quite the athleticism from our height-challenged players.
That's right, just showing you that the little guys can get some too, and that height, that doesn't mean that the bigger is always better.
Yeah.
Right? Guys like Taylor Crabb.
I was talking to Sean before the match. I go, you know what, Dalton and I are going to get an all-tournament team for the less than 6'2", the 6'2" all-tournament team.
6'2" and under club.
Yeah. because the players who've enjoyed watching have been guys that have been the smaller guys.
That's right. And you see Dryden coming in, like we said earlier, in the past couple matches that they played in at 6'2", and usually when he's a libero most of the time, but making some serious swings on the offense.
Oh, yes, me. Okay, Robin Dalton having too much fun. Service into the net for point going to Blizzard as they jump to their 14th point. 14 looking at 23 as Brink, who is checked back in, goes back to serve. Good pass by Dryden. Nielsen with kind of a slappy hit. Free ball by Irvin, goes shallow, stepping in as Bertrand. Ball on the dump, picked up by Lotman, bumps at the Irvin. Irvin off the block of ball. And it's 15 served to 23.
Real nice read by Paul Lotman there, staying shallow, expecting that dump coming from Loy Ball.
And I'll have to give credit to Steve Irvin. He knew he had the better blocker, so he was just looking for hands. High set to Cole, who puts it away easily, and it's set point for Pineapple, serving to 15. Going back to serve for Pineapple, Matt Lesky, the 6'8" middle blocker from Ball State. Lesky on the jump float, passed by Irvin. Bump set out to Irvin from Fears. Off the block, picked up by Lesky. Bump back set quick. Brink sticks a hand out. Fears on a kick save. And it falls out of play for point. And set number 2 going to Team Pineapple. And we've got an equalizer here, and we're tied at 1-1 here in our best of 5 NVA Pro Volleyball Showcase quarterfinal matchup. Dalton, talk to me. What did we see that turned it around for Pineapple in that set?
Well, I'll tell you what, Marcus Nielsen is just unloading from the service line, as well as Loy Ball. They're just turning up their level of play to a whole other level that we haven't even seen this weekend, and the level has been really high consistently. But I mean, also on the other side of the net, Blizzards has been making way too many unforced errors, but when they're bringing so much heat from the service line on the other side, it's pretty tough to stay in system and make some good swings on the ball.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It's like, if Blizzard wants to win, they got to keep Marcus Nielsen off the service line. They got to get their points when he's not serving.
Very true, yeah. Pineapple reminding me a little bit of Academy United. Just looking very consistent and even keel and very unfazed about what's going on the other side of the net, just worrying about their game and really taking care of the Blizzard team.
Yeah, as a setter, and that's what Loy Ball is doing. I'd be just throwing it up to Nielsen every single time.
Seriously.
Until they stop him, you just keep going.
90% of the time, it's going to work every time.
Let's see, we're looking at some stats here. Going to highlight them for Dalton to check out and evaluate, since he is our resident specialist. Yeah, but we've got some good stuff coming up your way here, and we'll evaluate what's going on here on the court. Try to get some, if I can get a Team LVC score from someone here. We're actually kind of on a platform. So if someone comes on up, I'll see if I can whisper. You may hear a little back chatter. That'll be me requesting the other match score. Crowd really enjoying the volleyball here. We're just hoping that a lot of people are clicking in and following the NVA. You can, show your support for volleyball. One, obviously by watching and listening to this match, but you can go online to their social media and follow all the things that they've got on Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook. And you can go on to NVA USA. That's NVA USA. That's the handle for Instagram and Twitter. And if you search for NVA on Facebook, it's also NVA USA. So, we'd love to get this event every single year, but, we need to get support. And the way we get the support is from fan support. We need to provide data and analytics for potential sponsors. And if we can show that there is a fan support, we can put this thing together again.
That's right.
And, based on the response we've seen so far, we're taking the right steps in that direction, getting this league going in the USA, because there is a high demand by players, by fans. There's just an awesome sentiment and vibe for the NBA and a pro men's volleyball league.
That's right. So after the first 2 sets, Paul Lottman and Johannes Brink are the leading attackers for Team Blizzard. Paul Lottman with 6 kills at hitting a 670 hitting proficiency. Johannes Brink with 4 kills, but he has 5 errors. We're going to need to cut those down if Blizzard's going to be able to stay in this match.
Got a question for you, Don. Sorry about that, Aaron. But someone's asking, is it showing how many missed serves were in the set? I don't think it's on the stat sheets that we received. Actually, it is.
Let's see. So we had a total of 8 missed serves from Team Blizzard and 9 missed serves from Team Pineapple.
That's pretty even.
Right. But it's not even when you got, let's see.
How many aces?
Looks like we got 2 from Pineapple and 1 from Blizzard. I'm not sure if that's right. I think they might have missed a couple from Nielsen there.
Nielsen had 1 just waking up this morning.
Yeah.
Paul Lottman gets denied. Marcus Nielsen just obliterates the attack.
Paul Lottman is one-on-one against Marcus Nielsen, but with how long Marcus Nielsen's arms are, he's basically stealing that ball from Lottman.
Oh, gosh, it's almost, that's just a monster block. He should be hitting monster block, monster block. Lottman gets a second chance, but he has to tip it, dig by ball. Look at that back set by Bertrand outside to Cole. Picking it up is Bertrand. Ball sets the middle. KO. Kevin Owens drilled it. If you could see how fired up Loy Ball is right now, he definitely wants to take this one.
Yeah, Nielsen is leading the charge offensively, obviously, for this Pineapple squad. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Loy Ball throw the ball in the middle a little bit more to spread out the offense. But then again, if it isn't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Russ Holmes on the attack middle, but we got a net by Jasmine Cole. Jasmine Cole knowing he just kind of killed a rally here. Yes, we need a pro men's volleyball league. Larita, I agree with you. Oh, you're pointing at a different comment. Let's see. Hard volleyball. Rising Tide won first set and leading second set over LVC. Rising Tide is a good team. Marcus Nielsen is a team in itself.
Team Pineapple is Loy Ball and Nielsen versus the entire Team Blizzard.
Yeah, seeing them stand next to each other, that's a big couple dudes right there. Hartley with a good pass to Fears. Fears goes out to Lottman. Lottman, there we go. Lottman going, here, have some AVCA Player of the Year.
Marcus Nielsen making a nice move all the way out to the antenna, but KO isn't able to get there in time to close that block.
Fears with the jump float pass by Bertrand right on the net. Matos one-on-one against Brink. Dug by Francis, goes over net. Ball, high ball out to Matos. Matos using and abusing Johannes Brink. What can a blocker do in that situation when you know that the outside attacker is just looking for your hands, but you don't want to give him the court? Force serving a 2. Kevin Owens with a tough serve. Set outside to Brink, and Brink not happy about getting tooled. So he lays one down cross court. 3 serving of 4. Blizzard serving to Pineapple as Lottman steps back to serve. Lottman looking for a ball exchange. He's looking for instruction from the bench. I'm not quite sure if they're calling service areas but we're pausing for something over there that we can't see because our view's obstructed by the film scaffolding, or the film crew scaffolding. Looks like we're going to go here. Lottman steps back to serve, and he takes a crack. Good serve. Pass by Luis Bertrand. Marcus Nielsen dug by Lottman. D. Lee with a bump set outside to Hartley. Hartley out the block, dug by Ball. Bump set by Bertrand. Matos knocks it down the line. Fierce with a dig outside. Brink pokes it through the block. Bertrand steps in on the bump set to Nielsen. Nielsen goes down the line, dug by Lottman. Lesky knocks it down on a great rally.
A lot of great defensive moves in that play. And David Lee just kind of gets caught up with the ball tight and in an awkward position.
5 serving to 3. Yeah, you guys are getting a show that are watching this online right now. Yeah, think about this with Academy United last night. It seemed like it's happening every 3 or 4 plays. Just these long, drawn-out battle rallies. Nielsen with a jumper pass by Francis. Fears outside to Hartley. Look out below. Scott Hartley has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, he just brought down the house.
He's kind of been quiet so far, especially after they pulled him in that second set over there, but it's nice to see him get back into it and see if we can get a little momentum going into his offense.
He comes from a land down under, and I'm not talking Australia, that's San Diego. Look at that blast. Marcus Nielsen says, anything you can do, I can do better.
That's a couple times now that they've left quite a bit of line for Marcus Nielsen. And with the lefty, you just can't give him that much room. They're basically giving him a street to drive down.
Oh, beautiful analogy. You get him a street to drive down. Ivan Matos serves at end of the net. 5 serving to 6. Blizzard serving 2 Pineapple. Johannes Brink going back to serve. Float serve pass by Bertrand. And ball sets the middle. It's dug by Blizzard. Russ Holmes has to free ball it over. Bertrand passes high. Ball tries to dump. Lotman was there, but it snuck inside of his forearm. And it's 7 serving to 5. Going back to serve is Matt Lesky, the former middle blocker at Ball State University, stands at 6'8". Lesky playing really good tonight. So he complements the performance Loy ball. That's a little knuckler there. He just poked it down as we reach our first technical timeout. And this is a different Pineapple team than we have seen the entire tournament.
Yeah, Lesky with a great serve there. Again, putting Team Blizzard under pressure, forcing them to have continuous problems in their serve receive, which is why they're not producing so much right now from the offense.
Well, you know, the energy that emanates from Loy Ball is so contagious on his side of the court. Like when he goes, the rest of the team goes. So, and last night we saw that. That's what got them back into that match against Academy United. It wasn't enough physically because Academy United had so many weapons. But if he can get them believing that they can win, they will win.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And playing with him is just going to raise the level of all the other players because he's so intense and ferocious out there. And he can kind of be intimidating at times if you're a teammate, but really he just does it because he expects greatness from his teammates.
And it's as we sit in back of their timeout and you look at their faces, it's like they're listening and holding on to every word that he's saying in that timeout. And, you know, Loy is a coach in his club out there in Angola, the Pineapple Volleyball Club, I believe it's called. And, you know, there's lots of reading the Yelp reviews. Apparently, you know, people really enjoy being coached by Loy and his dad, Arnie.
I can't imagine it being a bad time. Probably dropping some serious knowledge with whoever they're coaching.
8 serving to 5 out of the first technical timeout with Team Pineapple leading. We have a 1-1 match so far in our quarterfinal. Blizzard took the first 25-21, but Pineapple with a vengeance took the second 25-15. Matt Lesky on the serve. Float goes to Lotman. Tight on the net. Fierce sets the middle. And that's Russ Holmes.
Using the open net.
The former Cougar from Brigham Young University.
Blizzard finally able to get the ball in system so they can feed the middle. I think that's what they've been missing is a balanced attack. They've been throwing so many high balls out to the outside that they haven't had a chance to set the middle yet. It's nice to see Russell Holmes get a kill.
Ooh, Marcus Nielsen just got out of the way of that jump serve by Hartley. I wonder if Blizzard's thinking, oh my gosh, 3 more rotations until Nielsen gets to the service line. We got to do this.
Nightmares and flashbacks.
It's like a Swedish horror movie. Francis with a good pass to the net. Fierce outside to Lotman. Lotman high up the outside block as he falls back into the crowd. Lotman, since retiring from playing indoors, has been playing beach, and he's a lot leaner. But I think it's a good physical look for him playing volleyball because it means he's jumping higher because he still has a strong arm swing.
Yeah, without a doubt. I was talking to him earlier, and he said that taking the year off from the indoor rehabbing with his knee and playing a full season on the beach. He said he's never felt better. Your body just takes such a pounding when you're jumping on this indoor ground. It's not very forgiving when you're jumping 50 to 60 times a match.
Jasmine Cole back to serve from Mohawk College. Probably wondering where that's at. Well, that's in Ontario, Canada, not Ontario, California. Paul Lotman showed his shoulders, showed all angle, but he blasted down the line. What do you think of that ball there, Dalton?
That's just a heck of a shot right there. Cross body down the line. And Lloyd Ball is not ready to defend that.
Boy ball, high ball to Matos. Matos blocked, saved by Cole, set by Ball, out to Matos, cross court, chicken wing dig by Francis, saved by Hartley, free ball by Fears. Bertrand hand pass, Ball has to go high in the middle to KO. It's dug, but over the net. D. Lee made an awesome attempt to get it here on our side of the pursuit rule, but unfortunately goes too far out of play, and it's 11-8 Pineapple.
There's Kirk Francis showing how he holds his ground no matter how hard that ball is hit. Having some nice ups. Unfortunately, isn't able to keep the ball on his side of the net on that last one.
Owen serves it into the net for a point going to Blizzard, and it's 9-11. Got a front row of Hartley, Brink, and D. Lee with Paul Lotman back to serve. Lotman goes up. Big serve. Bertrand, a good pass the ball. Shoots that to Lesky. Lesky. Wow.
Continuing to have some serious success there in the middle.
I mean, they were good when just Kevin Owens was playing well, but now you got Lesky and Owens in the middle, both playing well. 12 serving to 9. Pineapple serving to Blizzard. Big jump serve by Nielsen. And you know what? Lloyd Ball can hit the tar out of the ball, too.
Lloyd Ball thanking Marcus Nielsen for that overpass.
Got a timeout taken by Blizzard, down 13-9. You got to love that bomb by Lloyd Ball on the overpass. Mark it on the floor.
That's right. I mean, a lot of these guys probably have not seen the kind of serving power that Marcus Nielsen brings. I mean, some of the best players in the world can't even have a hard time passing these balls because he's bringing so much heat from the inline.
And then you have to now worry about the middle. So there are going to be a lot of one-on-one matchups at the outside pin now.
That's right. I mean, the middles on the both sides bring such a force and a threat to the opposing team that it really spreads out the block for both sides of the net. So you see a lot of one-on-one opportunities, which means you're going to see a lot of big hits, which makes the match really entertaining.
Well, one of the things I recognize that could work to an advantage for Blizzard is they started running a BIC, but I have not seen them run a BIC yet.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've seen it run once or twice, but it doesn't seem like Fears maybe doesn't have that in his arsenal as much as some of the other setters do here at this tournament.
Yeah, when you got someone like Paul Lotman coming out of the back row, that's a big weapon you're missing out on.
Indeed.
Nielsen with a tough serve, a semi-decent pass to Fears. Hartley unloads, dug by Bertrand. Lesky gets there, Bertrand with the free ball over. Lotman steps in, Fears back to Brink. And he takes it to the bounce house.
David Lee getting both the left and middle front to commit on him, leaving no one up for Johannes Brink. Johannes Brink better be thanking David Lee for that.
We're at the OC Fair when he found the bounce house. There was Johannes Brink who opened it up. 10 serving to 13. D. Lee with a jump float. It's wicked with a lot of movement. Ball's blocked by Holmes. Free ball coming over. Passing it is Lotman. Russ Holmes in the middle. And look at who's got some momentum now. 11 serving to 13. Blizzard pulling back in.
And Bertrand is literally all over the place tonight. He's running around the court like a madman. It's unbelievable some of the balls that he's getting to. It's really fun to watch him run around.
So his fast feet, it's got to be the shoes.
Got to be the shoes.
Those orange shoes. We got a timeout taken on the court by Pineapple. Their lead is only 2 now, but man, Blizzard is starting to dial in.
That's right. And Blizzard kind of taking that first set and Pineapple really bringing it back, and now they're kind of fighting back and forth in this third set. It's really going to be interesting to see who takes this one to get the advantage for the rest of the match.
Yeah, So Marcus Nielsen is obviously there. You got to respect the serve. So they're just hoping to get a ball where they can run a play off of. I think they've dodged a bullet and they got out of him only having to serve one ball in that rotation. So David Lee steps back to serve. Pretty sure he's got a remote control on that ball. There's so much movement on that jump float. Nielsen cracks the whip and it goes off of Fear's chin. Oh, he went Mike Tyson on him.
Fear's taking it like a champ, but unfortunately not able to get that ball up high in the air.
14 serving 11, and I'd hate to have a ball hit my face that was hit by Nielsen. Paul Lottman with a good pass to Fears. Russell Holmes, a little cross body crush.
There it is, another nice instance of pass from Paul Lottman there, allowing Blizzard to utilize their middle.
Oh yeah, you love seeing this kind of, that's textbook.
Russell Holmes just getting up and hitting with vision and range.
I think there's an instructional video on how to do that. Bertrand with a hand pass, back set to Nielsen. Nielsen drills it. And what can they do out there when they have a one-on-one?
I mean, that's you just got to be standing in the right place, because when he's bringing so much heat, it's going to be hard to react to that ball after he hits it.
Being that we're limited in the United States seeing international players like this play, the only person I've seen who plays very similarly, and I still think he has years to go before he reaches the same level as Nielsen, is Paul Carroll from Pepperdine. He was a lefty, played for Marv Dunphy. He was playing in the national championship match against Matt Anderson in 2008.
That's right.
But it seemed like every ball he hit would be put away, deep back corner.
Yeah, Pepperdine infamously known for their big pin hitters that they recruit and set them for almost 50 balls a match.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. Paul Carroll is a heck of a player. Do you know where he's playing at now?
He is playing for Berlin Recycling.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I forgot
Germany.
about that.
So, and he's constantly the player of the match. When I go to the Bundesliga site.
Okay.
Can you imagine the United States having our own site, like Bundesliga, but NVA League, and with a player of the match or every match, seeing guys like, let's see, who's our favorite player right now? I'd go with Vinny Devaney, player of the match from Rising Tide. My cousin Vinny.
My cousin Vinny, just flowing the nectar.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch that guy set.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to see the beach guys stick with it indoors. I mean, they got game. Riley McKibben and Taylor Crabb.
Yeah, seriously, it truly are fun to watch. It's going to be interesting to see who they go up against in the semifinals tomorrow.
Matt Lesky with a serve to Hartley. Fears back to Brink. Ball's dug by Nielsen. Back set to Nielsen from ball. And Brink unable to pick it up. Nielsen liking the kind of stuff that's being fed to him, apparently, because he is celebrating big time, and he's also high-fiving the coach on the bench.
I mean, in system or not, they're just throwing up high balls to this guy, because he just goes up and reaches over a lot higher than everyone else in this gym.
Float serve goes to Hartley, bump set high out, back to Hartley. Oh, there's a net called against. Actually, Loy Ball fesses up to it. He went back celebrating after the stuff, but as soon as they called the net, he said, yeah, I got it.
Hartley lucky to get bailed out of that situation right there, banging low angle right into KO.
Yeah, KO has been playing really well this entire weekend so far. That's a Kevin Owens on Pineapple wearing number 9. Back set to Nielsen. Nielsen. Oh, Paul Lottman. Oh, with a little swagger back to the little huddle there.
Lottman turning around quickly and acting like he's done that before. A nice solid move blowing over the net.
14 serving to 70. What's going to happen next? These guys are going toe-to-toe right now. Hartley slowly on his jump serve delivers off the tape and the trickler ace, but it's hit so hard the antenna breaks off.
15-17 Blizzard within.
Looks like we're going to have to take time to adjust the camera. Look at that.
Trickler.
Tapeworm.
Kevin Owens just isn't expecting that ball to come over.
Yeah, that's recorded as an ace, so we call it the dirty ace because it's definitely not a clean ace.
That's for sure.
I wonder if Loy's saying anything to Russ Holmes there. Hartley going back serve. Our R2, Ron Stahl, adjusts the antenna as Hartley gets ready to serve. Oh, he takes a little off it, but it's passed by Cole, bumps it to Nielsen. Free ball.
Free ball, chance for Blizzard to convert.
Francis steps in. Holmes.
And Holmes.
Look at that.
It's amazing how good they are when they're in system because they can feed the ball.
Yeah.
Right here, so a nice easy ball. Francis with a great pass. And even though they have a solid two-man block up against Holmes,
Yeah.
he still squeezes it through.
Well, you know what? It is 16 serving to 17. That score on the scoreboard isn't correct on the screen. So it's 16 serving to 17. Knocking on the door. Blizzard.
Blizzard trying to climb back through into this match to see if they can keep it up. But Lloyd Ball is trying to fire his guys up right now in this timeout and see if they can hold on to this lead that they have.
I guess a few of you online here like Hartley's serving routine with his fingers. We'll have to watch it more closely. Is he going all Scarlet Witch like on the Avengers thing? Or is he flashing gang signs? I haven't seen it, but like I said, we're not watching. We're kind of far away there. I guess he can watch the monitor on our screen. All right, let's see. Hartley's going back to serve. Let's see if we can see the serving routine with the fingers. Oh, it's like he's dealing out money. Look at that serve by Hartley. It's an ace.
Another great
We're
serve.
tied at 17s. Wow. Yeah, it's just a silent way of talking trash. I think he's like he's, I'm gonna get paid on this one.
Show me the money.
Exactly. You want an ace? Show me the money. Hartley again delivers. Look at that. He's getting a little harder here. He's getting more confidence, certainly.
There it is. In system again, able to go back into the middle.
Russ Holmes, and now Blizzard has the lead at 18-17. You know, we have one of the staff here with an antenna. I have a feeling the one on the far side's broken. They're trying to get a moment to repair it, apparently. Hartley on a serving hot streak right now. Oh, he goes soft. Cole on his heels. Nielsen dug by Hartley. Fears outside of Lotman. Lotman dug by Matos. Okay, if you could see the shift of momentum now, it is happening in front of our eyes.
Yeah, Matos unable to control that dig and bring it back onto their side of the net. Blizzard taking the lead and now up by 2 here near the end of this third set.
19 serving to 17. Hartley now with a lot of confidence at the service line. Great serve, but a good pass by Bertrand. Nielsen knocks it down the line off of Kirk Francis, who takes it like a man, because I would have chickened out and backed away. Man, Nielsen is, it's got to be pushing 80 miles per hour on that attack.
At least. Should be interesting to see if Lloyd Ball can get a little run here with his serve.
Great serve. Francis will pass off net. Brink hits it long. Matos does a helicopter swing. And they're calling it touch. I guess he did touch it because Matos isn't even arguing it. 20 serving to 18. Holmes back to serve for Blizzard.
I haven't gone to Yasmin Cole in a while, but I can't see him going away from Nielsen this close to the end of the third set.
Float serve by Holmes, set by Ball. Back to, who's that? That looks like it's Cole. Ball's dug out of play. Russ Holmes tries to save it, and it falls out of play. Lucky lady had Russ Holmes fall into her lap there. You got a bonus. 19 serving to 20. Jasmine Cole back to serve for Pineapple. Jump serve pass by Hartley. Fears outside to Lotman as he tips it into the net. Oh, wait, they call a net on Nielsen.
Wow.
And wow.
Nielsen is not happy about this because Paul Lobman tips the ball into the net, possibly forcing the net into the blocker's arms, which is not considered a net touch. So Team Pineapple will not be happy with this call.
Now, Team Pineapple's been involved in quite a few unique circumstances regarding the officials.
That's right. We had a match last night against Academy United where they ended up putting in a wrong player into their lineup, and the referees didn't catch it until the middle of the third game.
Yep.
And almost sent them back to 11-0, but they ended up figuring it out, and well, they ended up giving them their original score.
They can take away 20 points right now if they want. Substitution checking in. Sean Dryden for our boy Kevin Olsen, or Owens. Kevin Owens. How can I say his name wrong? KO is our boy.
KO is the guy. Dryden back to serve, gripping and ripping this whole tournament.
That's right. Our 6'2" and under all-tournament team member. Jumps by Dryden, goes down the line, passed by Hartley. Fears back to Lotman at the right side. Picked up by Hartley. Fears sets outside to Brink. He's blocked at the net. Look at Lesky. I didn't know he had biceps like that. He is flexing like crazy. Oh, we got blackjacks across the board. 21-21. We got another substitution. Madison Hayden checking in for Johannes Brink. The former Stanford Cardinal. Coach John Shea looking to Madison Hayden to get him a side out. Jumps by Dryden. He goes off the tape. Pass by Hayden. Back set by Fears to Lotman. Stutter step on the approach. Cole picks it up. Ball sets out to Matos. Matos! Meet David Lee.
Set down inside there from Roy Ball, and Matos still tries to bring it in the angle, but David Lee says not today.
You said that earlier tonight. If you try to go wrist away on David Lee, you're going to lose that battle every time.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you text him and tell him that, he'll remember back. Didn't you hear Dalton on the stream tonight?
If he does it enough times, I think he's going to figure it out.
Paul Lobman back to serve for Blizzard. 22-21. All off the tape. Cole with a pass to the ball. Nielsen hits it high off of David Lee. And when I mean high, it was high. This full extension and full reach, that contact point, how do you get it by? How do you block something like that?
You know, that's tough. I mean, when he's contacting that ball over the height of the antenna every single time, it's going to be real tough slowing Nielsen down.
Brink rolls it blocked at the net. Pokey saved by Ball. Bertrand sets Nielsen. That's where I'd go to. Brink pokes it. Battle at the net. Bertrand sets Nielsen again. No shocker there. Wow, that doesn't happen very often, but he hit it in the net.
That must be his first or second error of the match. That is not common for him.
Well, trending now on Twitter, David Lee's biceps. 23 serving at 22. David Lee going back to serve for Blizzard. Float serve drops out. Matos gets underneath it. High ball set to Matos. Matos blocked at the net by Brink and Russ Holmes. We have set point serving at 22.
Matos struggling a little bit with the past couple of sets, but when you haven't been set the whole match because Nielsen's been getting every ball, it's kind of hard to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
We've got a new cannon coming in for Pineapple. Coming in number 13, Kyle Ratty for Ivan Matos. And it's set point serving at 22 with David Lee back to serve for Blizzard. Float serve passed by Ratty over the net. Ball gets a touch on it, and that's the winner. Russ Holmes wins the joust up top, and Ball is not happy.
Ball getting a nice touch on that overpass, but for some reason there's some miscommunication between the libero and the middle back.
Yeah, so looks like Team Blizzard goes up 2-1 in our rubber match so far. First set going to Blizzard, 25-21. Second one just utterly grabbed by Pineapple at 21-15. And another 25-22 win for Blizzard, and 2-1 in favor of Blizzard over Pineapple. Any things you see out there that we should pay attention to right here?
Well, it's real entertaining watching Blizzard be able to battle back and get that third set. I mean, after that second set, getting demolished by that Pineapple team who was nearly unstoppable, they're able to get the ball more in system and get David Lee and Russell Holmes a lot more involved, which ended up being the key factor of their success winning that third set.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, you got to go with the guys who got the skills to pay the bills, and who's that?
Your middles. Guys who worked the hardest but received no credit. Russell Holmes and David Lee trying to carry this team to this fourth set.
Well, you got to give it to Team Pineapple's Marcus Nielsen. You got to respect the Swedish beast. At the service line, he's just been deadly. And I don't know if our stats are right, but I feel like he has more than 2 aces.
Yeah, for some reason our stats aren't showing how many aces he has, so we don't exactly have an idea on that, but there's definitely been more than a few. So for Blizzard, Paul Lotman.
Maybe it's the exchange rate. 2 aces.
The exchange rate from Swedish kroners to the U.S. dollars.
Yeah.
Paul Lotman leading the Blizzard attack with 11 kills, still hitting over 600. And then we have Johannes Brink hitting 370. And then Russell Holmes with 8 kills, hitting 800 on 10 attempts. And then David Lee, still only 1 kill. Look to see him get more involved.
Yeah.
Marcus Nielsen with 17 kills through 3 sets, which is pretty impressive, hitting 490. Other than that, you got Yasmin Cole, who has 4 kills on 8 swings. And then Kevin Owens hitting 800 with 4 kills on 5 swings. Look to Pineapple using their middle a little bit more. But then again, when you got the Swedish beast from the East, I don't know why you'd go away from him.
I like Blake. Pretty sure Hartley is trash talking in Morse code on his serve. Oh, I love it. And Yasmin, I am never counting Team Pineapple out. We've worked a bunch of 5-setters in these last 2 days. We've learned that we can't count anyone out at this point. We just love watching the ball being played. So 5-3, we're seeing an awesome effort regardless. So, but seeing the level of competition and play on the court has been so entertaining, because win a point by Pineapple, totally passionate celebrations. You see teams come together. Same thing with Blizzard. You know, they're down, they're passionate about playing this game, and you can see it. And because of the little personal, not vendettas, but because of the relationships already formed with all the players, you know, there's some friendly banter going on across the net, and oh, I'd love to get the transcript.
That's right, man. I mean, we saw how Pineapple came back ferociously after losing that first set, and I didn't think they could get any better, but maybe we're going to see them go up another level after losing that third set.
Oh, gosh.
I'm pretty excited to see what's to come here.
Yeah. Well, they're all fired up in the Team Pineapple huddle on their side of the net. As you saw on the video, they were jumping around before the set of this set number 4. Scott Hartley going back to serve. I think Dalton and I are calling his routine the moneymaker. Just watch as he pinches his fingers together and rubs them. He's asking for money. He goes, show me the money. Oh, he didn't do it. Hartley with a jumper. It goes to Bertrand. Ball out to Nielsen. And Fierce just didn't stand a chance.
He goes one-on-one and has the chance to go cross-court, but still goes up and over the one blocker.
Yeah. Jump serve by, I didn't see the serve, it's Cole, picked up by Blizzard. Lotman cracks it cross court. Look at that diving dig by Bertrand. Swinging away is Kyle Ratty. Fears gets to the ball, sets Lotman. Lotman knocks it off the block, and another souvenir for the fans in attendance. That's called the Rise and Rip. Oh, gosh, even Cole Fears getting heckled by his own team. Did you hear that? Way to use all 5 players.
That would be the classic Doc Ryan Meehan.
Quick set by Ball going to Kevin Owens, and it falls right in front of Johannes Brink. Looks like we got Owens back to serve. Float serve, pass by Lotman. Fierce back out to Lotman. Nielsen, wow. He drifted out to meet that ball. Lotman swung hard, but Nielsen just stayed strong.
Yeah, I think maybe that set was a little farther out than Lotman anticipated. He struggled to get his feet all the way out there, kind of forcing him to hit into Nielsen's block.
Float serve, pass by Lotman. Fierce sets back out to Lotman. A lot of stutter step on the approach there. I guess Lotman's expecting a lower set, like you were saying. Again, Bick to Cole, and it goes up and out, and it's a 4-1 lead by Pineapple as they race out of the gates here in set number 4. Yep, win or go to the casino. Greg, we see that. We've got a timeout taken here on the court by Coach John Shea as he's trying to stop this run by Pineapple, up 4-1 in our 4th set. Yeah, well, and Matt, we see your comment, but unfortunately, but there's a player code of conduct that has to be adhered to here while the players are playing. To establish this pro league, the board has instructed that this isn't for partying. This is for playing in this tournament. So, you know, they're serious about this pro tournament. And, you know, with the prize money at stake, they got to treat it like a business.
That's right.
And if you can't abide by the code of conduct, you're not going to get paid.
You know, if we want this pro league to take off the ground, you know, they really want the players to be all in on taking this seriously and showing all these sponsors that we really mean business, and we really do want to get, and we do really want to get a pro league here in the U.S.
Kevin Owens back to serve on the floaty. Pass by Francis, kind of goes off his right forearm, weird. Nielsen with a dig, but there's a net. Trying to figure out who the net was on. I think it was on Kyle Ratty, because Lesky was looking at Ratty, like, did you touch it? And Ratty had already kind of gone into his outside approach. 2 serving to 4. Cole Fears back to serve. Serves down the line to Bertrand. Nielsen up and over, but dug by Hartley. Fears back out to Lotman. Lotman hits it wide. Lotman actually showing a little frustration there.
Yeah, him and Fears have had a pretty tough time trying to connect all day today in this morning's match and this match now.
Yeah, and you can kind of tell as a setter, it's like you feel the pressure to want to give your hitter what they want. Nielsen, good pass by Francis. Brink, high swing, dug by Cole at middle back. Nielsen winds up. Oh, David Lee. Oh, David Lee just went beast mode after that block.
Wow. Johannes Brink and David Lee setting up a wall for Marcus Nielsen. You don't see him get stopped too much.
Early Christmas present for Marcus Nielsen, USA style. Made in the USA volleyball, right? Jump serve misses long. Lotman just misses a little bit long. And it is 6 serving 3 for Pineapple. Kyle Ratty going back to serve.
Stephen Irvin asking for a video replay.
Oh, ball's passed. Oh, it's still good. And it falls in. The magic play by Johannes Brink. Pineapple stopped playing. Brink dove into the crowd. It went in between the antennas and fell shallow right front.
That just shows you never know until you go, and Brink diving into the stands over there. One arm stab and somehow getting that ball on the other side of the net and in the court.
I like that. You never know unless you go. D. Lee with a jump float. Passed by Kyle Ratty. Nielsen off the block, and he goes, you handle this, D. Lee. Made in the USA, but I'm giving you a little Swedish meatball. 7 serving to 4, and this you can you're watching D. Lee and Marcus Nielsen. You know, when they're not playing, they're actually hanging out, having a good time. Lotman with a pass of Fears. And it goes out of play. Lotman disappointed in himself. He gets up slowly and says, oh, gosh, I can't believe I passed that badly. And it's 8-4 as we head into our first technical timeout. You know, Dalton, I think we actually just got heckled for the first time by one of the benches. That's a first in NBA volleyball.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at that. D. Lee. Oh, yes, he was in. And I can tell you that the Team Pineapple teammates were looking at each other. Seriously? Was that?
Yeah, I think the whole gym was looking at everyone in awe that ball was able to go in. But to no surprise, Pineapple coming in hot after losing that third set, showing that they're still in this and really want to battle.
Yeah.
Probably going to end up sending this to 5 sets is my guess, but Blizzard trying to get their serve receive under control so they can get that middle attack going again.
Yeah. You know, one thing I've always loved about the volleyball community is they have such a playful attitude about stuff, and this comment that came up is definitely one of them. From 5-1 Athletics, Kyle Reddy has tickets to see Brittany tonight. I hope that's not true.
Hey, to each their own. Everyone likes their own type of music.
Hey, we know Shakira's in town. I saw the poster. Out of the timeout, we've got Mark Sherman, MC, host, and PA guy playing love music. As we come out of the timeout, it's 8-4. Matt Lesky back to serve, the former Ball State Cardinal. Good pass by Lotman. Fears out to Hartley. Man, he gets up. Francis with a dig off the block. Hartley swings away again. And Loy Ball gets the manicure job courtesy of Hartley.
Really nice high ball swing there from Hartley. Good bump set by Paul Lotman.
All right, Johannes Brink steps back to serve for Blizzard. Float serve down the line, passed by Kyle Ratty, and Owens blocked by Russell. Oh, back row tacker violation. Loy Ball's looking for the explanation, and Luis Bertrand was actually in front of the 10-foot line when he picked up that ball, and Loy swung at it like it was an attack, so legal back row. He even said, my fault.
Oh, dirty.
Bump quick to Kyle Owens.
Fears able to help Russell Holmes on that block. Not going to allow the bump quick to get across.
Bump quick's latest dance move, sounds like. 7-8 with Brink back to serve. Back set to Nielsen, no shocker there. Has to set it over on the shallow set. Christian Holmes steps up. Look at that Hartley swing. How did he find that hole?
Just like that after the timeout, Blizzard already tying it back up.
Yeah, 8-8. How the heck did Hartley get it by the triple block? Off of Russ Holmes' head. I feel like I need to relay that last heckle.
Someone from the Blizzard bench saying probably going back to yo play. Not sure exactly who they're talking about there.
I'll take an easy guess. That would probably be Marcus Nielsen. I guess they're calling him yo play now.
I don't understand why they call him yo play. The guy,
it's a French yogurt.
The guy packs a punch, man.
Hartley rolls it, or attempted roll, and if that's yo play, they better not have more of that because Nielsen just rejected that block at the outside. And yes, Blake, Pineapple's coach, Billy Robbins, could give D. Lee competition. In fact, he does. He's a big dude. Russ Holmes hits it wide. They're looking for a net. The coaching bench and D. Lee looking for the net. I'm sure you can hear the bantering going on our headset mics. It's loud enough and it's real close. 11-8. I wonder if we had a first official red card here at the NVA Professional Volleyball Showcase.
I don't think we have. I haven't heard of it yet.
Fears sets high out to Hartley. Hartley looking for hands.
Looking for the touch, no touches called. It's out of bounds.
Yeah, that ball is hit long. There ain't no one touching that. Timeout taken by John Shea as Pineapple now leads 12-8. If pattern stays true, we're going 5 again tonight.
Yeah, that's possible, but after battling all the way back and tying that up at 8-8, Blizzard comes out and then makes 4 unforced errors to lose that tie. So this momentum shift is pretty big. If Pineapple can keep converting and bringing that heat from the service line, Blizzard's going to have a tough time getting back into this match.
Oh, most definitely. And I like that. Yasmin, bump quick. Is it a new song by Shakira? After Hips Don't Lie. Oh, gosh. Oh, Robbins wins the flex off. You know what? D. Lee is a big guy, but yeah, after sitting next to Billy Robbins, yeah, I have to give it to Robbins on the flex off.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like the Blizzard coaching staff looking at their stat sheet. Actually, we're talking to Howard here of the NVA. No, it's not a payoff of any kind. It's just some kind of quick conference there. Loy ball back to serve out of the timeout. Wow, he just does not get many services. In fact, I think that's the first I've seen of his, because he's been consistent at the service line. Hartley going back to serve. 9 looking at 12. Oh, there's that money routine right there. Hartley goes cross court. Pass by Kyle Ratty. Middle attack by Owens, who's blocked by Holmes. Bump set out by Ball to Nielsen. Dug by Brink. Lotman has to just get it over the net. Bumps back set to Cole. And running for shelter is Johannes Brink, because he was running in towards that ball and ended up going towards his head. 13 serving to 9. Jasmine called a tough serve, but a good pass by Kirk Francis outside the lob. Another stutter step approach. Bump high set to Ratty. Ratty. That was a total miss hit. 10, serving 13.
Lucky break for Blizzard there. You can see the frustration on Paul Lotman's face, having a real tough time getting to connect with Fierce. I wonder how long it's going to take him to get on the same page and get Paul more involved in this match.
Well, I think it's going to have to be flat, and I think the setter's going to have to adjust. Yeah, you want to maximize the strength of Lotman, which is hitting that quick, or that lower set, the faster set. Lotman rolls it by the block, finding a way. 11 serving to 13.
11-13.
I mean, at least from a standpoint where when I was setting, it's like you adjust to what your hitter needs. You want to maximize your weapon.
Especially if you got a guy like Lotman who can hit that flat and fast-paced set. It makes it a lot harder for the block to control.
Especially if you're not hitting him on the pick. Oh, wrist away goes Kevin Owens.
14-11.
14 serving 11.
Back to the jail, KO to the line.
Kevin Owens going back to serve for Team Pineapple. Owens stands at 6'9". Out to Lotman. He goes cross court, goes wide.
Just out to bounds and Pineapple.
D. Lee looking for the referee, saying that he thinks it was in. 15 serving 11. Owens going back to serve again. Cross court, it goes off the chest of Lotman. What happened there, Dalton? I mean, I just barely looked up. It just went out of play.
Yeah, the ball was sailing a little bit before Paul can get out of the way. He ends up just getting hit in the chest. Nice aggressive serve there from Team Pineapple.
Well, usually he's hitting a float serve, but that had a bunch of top spin on it, so maybe he's expecting it to drop, and it seemed like he couldn't get out of the way.
Yeah, and then that thing just kept sailing. You know, once again, Blizzard here having some trouble with their serve receive, and then also with their connection from the setter. I mean, when they're not in system, they're having a tough time finding Paul Lotman's window. It's going to be interesting to see if they can crawl back from this fourth set.
Now they're down by 5 right now. It's 16-11 in our second technical timeout. Team Pineapple looking confident after coming out of this technical timeout. And boy, ball, just a constant, steady force for Pineapple. Yeah, I feel like he's still as good as he was. I mean, he's just not playing as often, but he's still really, really good.
That's right.
Looking at some numbers here. Our most recent stat line. Wow. I'll let Dalton read that one out there. Oh, that is D. Lee in full effect.
There it is again. You see Blizzard finally able to control the pass and get a nice swing from David Lee in the middle and get him involved.
Going back to serve is Cole Fears. High set to the outside. Ratty pokes it through the block. Francis to the back set to Lotman. Lotman pokes it by the block himself. High set to Nielsen. Nielsen off the block of Lee. Francis with a save. Up and over goes Lotman at the outside, and he draws Nielsen into the net.
Great pursuit by Francis, keeping that ball alive, giving Paul Lotman another chance to swing at that ball.
Man, Francis went for broke. I mean, the whole film scaffolding and that 2-ton standard was right there, and he kept going.
Yeah, so even though that Paul Lotman and Fears have had a tough time connecting, Paul Lotman still has 15 kills and is hitting over 500 on the left side.
Nielsen
winding up.
Bombing it down the line.
And Nielsen will go back to serve.
That'll be Nielsen's 20th kill, hitting nearly 500 on 41 swings.
20th kill. That is insane. Nielsen back at the service line. Oh, he hits the back of the head of Lesky.
Some comments from Stephen Irvin from Blizzard's bench saying that you got to check him for a concussion protocol because Nielsen hits the ball so hard.
14 serving to 17. Lotman going back to serve for Blizzard. Pass tight on the net by Cole. Free ball over. Lotman gets underneath it. Fears sets outside to Hartley. And he knocks it by the block of Lesky, and Ball, 15 serving to 17.
Lloyd Ball not happy with Yasmin Cole, looking to set him on the 40, but Yasmin nowhere to be found and ends up having to give the Blizzard a free ball.
Jump serve by Lotman goes down the line. Look at that. Kyle Ratty unable to handle the heat. 16-17. Knocking on the Pineapple door is Blizzard behind the serving of Paul Lotman. Man, that was an awkward reception by Kyle Ratty. That thing must have been coming so fast because he was caught so out of position on that reception.
Yeah, Paul Lotman known to also have some serious heat from the service line. So Pineapple calling a timeout to see if they can ice him a little bit and hold on to this lead that they have in this fourth set.
Icing him at the timeout here. You know, but if you know the Pineapple team, they're going to settle and probably get this side out. It's just been, that's the way they've been playing tonight, whereas in previous matches, you couldn't count on that.
Yeah, I mean, they've been siding out at such a high percentage, feeding Marcus Nielsen, and also having pretty high percentage from their outsides as well, that they're not too worried about the Blizzard serve right now.
So Paul Lotman with 14 kills, hitting 520 isn't bad, but imagine what he could be doing, because what we're seeing here is he's not connecting fully with Cole Fear's setting. Now Hartley, on the other hand, he looks like he's a high ball hitter. So, whereas Lotman, he's a tempo hitter. 16 looking at 17. Lotman going back to serve for Blizzard. Cross-court bang, passed by Luis Bertrand, and Matt Lesky hits it wide, and I'd like to thank assistant coach Vince Mansucci for saving that ball because it's coming my way. 17 serving to 17. Lotman loading up here. Cross court pass by Yasmin Cole. Free ball. Should be a point for Blizzard. And D. Lee. Blizzard taking lead at 18-17. Yeah, that's where you see the veteran step up. Lasky was just kind of standing there. He didn't really know what to do. It's like, oh, I'm going to go up against D. Lee. Okay. 18-17. Lotman going back to serve once again. Ball's passed off the net, stepping in. Kyle Ratty, that's a wicked-looking set, but they let it go. Fears sets high out to Hartley. Tip by the block. Nielsen digs it. Ball sets the bick. And delivering is Jasmine Cole. Oh, the ball's called out. Ball was called out. Wow.
The linesman calling the ball in from the swing from Yasmin Cole, but the head ref overrules it and calls that ball out. It's hard for us to see in the replay since it's so far away, but Looked like that play could have gone either way. Paul Lottman single-handedly bringing Blizzard back into this set.
19 serving to 17. Lottman steps back to serve on a good scoring run right here. That one misses long, so it's 18 serving to 19. Okay, let's turn up the drama here. Will Pineapple come back and take this fourth and force a fifth set tiebreak, or can Blizzard close it out? But they're sending in Mighty Mouse, Sean Dryden. And you'll see why we call him Mighty Mouse. He is one of the smaller guys out there, but has a wicked arm swing. 18 serving, 19. Sean Dryden played some time at Pierce College. Good serve pass by Lottman. Fierce outside to Hartley. Off the block of Ball and Lesky. 20 serving to 18. David Lee going back to serve for Blizzard. I'm sure you know who David Lee is, but just in case, he's a 6'8" middle from Alpine, California. Ball sets back to Nielsen, and he hits it wide. That does not happen too often. 21 serving to 18. Timeout taken by Pineapple. Wow, quite a change in body language on Nielsen right after that play.
Yeah, that was unexpected to say the least. Blizzard did put up a nice block, two-man block there. Maybe actually scaring Nielsen out of bounds, but I don't think very much scares Nielsen when he's playing volleyball.
All right, go for broke. Blizzard hadn't been stopping them all night. You know, why change it up?
Exactly. How the tides have turned.
Yes, it has.
Here in this fourth set, Blizzard looking like they want to finish this one in 4, which would be unreal to see Pineapple lose this in 4. But I mean, it's a long way to go before this set is over.
I agree.
Don't count Lloyd Ball and this Pineapple team out just yet.
Yeah, I'm thinking that if Blizzard really wants to seal it, I get Paul Lottman involved. Yeah, they're winning because of Paul Lottman serving right now.
Without a doubt.
Service ace by D. Lee. There's a new dealer in town, and his name is D. Lee. And he just dealt an ace. 22 serving to 18. Oh, that jump float just dropped out. Oh, and no one even made a move for it. That's what's amazing. Another one. Look at that. No, you can read the Mikasa logo. Oh, but Lloyd Ball pulls one out of his pocket.
Taking that point into his own hands, saying, all right, I'm taking over. Great pass by Dryden here, and makes it easy for Lloyd Ball to convert on this point.
Matt Lasky going back to serve. Jump float pass by Lottman. Fears to Russ Holmes. 23 serving to 19. You know, Blizzard looking really confident right now. But you're playing against Lloyd Ball and Marcus Nielsen, so ain't over till it's over. Famous Lenny Kravitz song. Cole Fierce sets high out to Hartley. Hartley gets it wide. 20 serving to 23. And if there's someone you want on the service line besides Nielsen, it's Lloyd Ball.
That's right. See if he can bring his Pineapple team back into this set, possibly force it to a 5th.
Jumps her by Ball, passed by Lottman. Fierce sets the middle to Russ Holmes, and an opportunity by Dryden to get the dig, and it's match point, serving to 20.
Solid block up.
Scott Hartley back to serve for Pineapple, or correction, for Blizzard. That serve goes long for points, going to Pineapple. 21 serving to match point number 2. Checking in is number 13, Kyle Reddy for Sean Dryden.
Yasmin Cole to serve.
Yasmin Cole back to serve for Pineapple.
they can keep this ball in system, they have to go back to Russell Holmes here. He's been unstoppable.
And a kick save by Lotman. Free ball up and over. Ball sets the middle. Oh,
Russell
Holmes
demolishing block.
with a solo stuff as Blizzard defeats Pineapple 3-1.
Wow.
25-21, 15-25, 25-22, and 25-21. Ladies and gentlemen, what an ending.
I mean, I tell you what, you're not going to get much better volleyball than that. Just when I thought that Pineapple was going to crush through this fourth set and force a fifth, Blizzard battles back, much due to Paul Ottman from the service line bringing some serious heat, and Russell Holmes and David Lee making some serious blocking moves and being very successful in the offense when they were able to get a good pass.
Look at that. That was a 4-set match, but we had the action of a 7-set match.
9 a.m. and 11 a.m.
So we have got some matches going on tomorrow. We'll try and get some information for you in the time being. But right now, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. are the first couple matches of the day. Semifinal number 1 will be 9 a.m. Semifinal number 2 at 11 a.m. And then depending on the finishing times of those two, the bronze medal match could be pushed to a later time. But, you know, it all depends on those first two matches, which would then also push the gold medal match later on. But our target times are 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. for the bronze and gold medal matches, respectively. So until we get to our go courtside with Mark Petrakos, give us some thoughts there, Dalton.
Well, it's just unreal to see how Blizzard just took over after Paul Lottman going back to the service line in the end of that fourth set and really taking over. They tried to go to Marcus Nielsen, who was controlling the match for most of the time, but he ends up making a couple unforced errors and ends up not being able to get it done for Team Pineapple in the end.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's like I would love to have seen it gone 5 because it's just fun watching these teams play. You know, it's when do we get to see this quality of play in the United States?
Only when the national team is here, and then
and
other
they
than that,
play
you don't see this level of volleyball.
Like 4 or 5 times in the summer. Let's go to Mark Petrakos courtside.
All right, guys, we're here with Russell Holmes, star of Blizzard Volleyball over here. Big win over Pineapple in 4. Russ, how you feeling, man?
Yeah, we're feeling good, obviously. I mean, great credit to our team, just like grinding that whole time, playing a good Pineapple team, and yeah, just really thrilled to come away with the match win and be moving on tomorrow. So
Awesome. Well, we get the pleasure to tell you that you were the player of the game, man. Congratulations.
thank you.
So walk me through a little bit of the preparation of facing Pineapple. I know they always have a target on their back. They're always the team to beat, especially with Lloyd Ball and that history that you have with him. What was that like?
I mean, it's just incredible to be playing on the same court as a living legend like Loy, and to compete against a team like that. It's always fun, a good time. Just grateful to be competing with this group that we have here at Blizzard, though. Really excited about the potential we have, moving forward, and just excited to, move on tomorrow, like I said, and yeah, just battle again.
Awesome. Well, game-winning point, huge block right in the face. I mean, everybody's going crazy. What's that like for you?
Blocks is where I draw my energy, so I get fired up. So yeah, that felt really good.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to see you move on tomorrow, going to the semifinals. We're facing Team Sizzle. Came off a big 3-0 run. You guys excited for that?
Yeah, super pumped.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good luck tomorrow.
Yeah,
Congratulations on the victory, and we'll see you guys later.
Thanks a lot, Mark Petrakos, eye candy, the NVA. We just witnessed ourselves an incredible matches. A 4-setter between Pineapple and Blizzard. Dalton, give me some of your thoughts as we close it out here.
You just see the Swedish Beast looking at the stat sheet here, just wondering where it went wrong, because Pineapple just putting up some big numbers and playing really solid volleyball. But, on the other side of the net, you have this Blizzard team with 4 former national team members, and then surrounded by a couple high flyers like Johannes Brink and Scott Hartley. And it's just great volleyball out there today. And like I said earlier, you're not going to find much higher level volleyball here in the United States, which is just so cool for us to be able to experience here out in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I agree with everything that you had said, but I only add that, with the energy created by the guys here playing together, I mean, it's infectious. People will get on board and they see quality volleyball. You can't help but appreciate the fast action that these players provide. Nowhere are you going to get this kind of execution and, the strength of hits and serves and power of the blocks and, just phenomenal digs, people going horizontal, diving into the stands and just getting excited to win and play here in the USA. So, definitely one of the most entertaining matches of the tournament here between Blizzard and Pineapple.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt. Also, with Kirk Francis and Bertrand bringing a heck of a defensive force from both sides of the net, we got to see a lot of long rallies and a lot of high-level volleyball. But even though they're hitting the crap out of the ball, they're still hanging in there and digging. So don't forget, we got our matches starting tomorrow. The first semifinal will be at 9 o'clock. After that, following that, the semifinal number 2 will be at 11. Following that, around 1 p.m. will be the bronze medal match. And finally, with our final gold medal match, will be at 3 p.m. Make sure you tune in. This is the NVA USA. Make sure you let action define you. I'm here with my guy Rob on the mic as Sparrow. Make sure you tune in and check us out tomorrow to see even more high-level volleyball.